Antarctic Adventure? Konami? You might be saying, Brian, how could you play this one again? We've already seen this when you did the 76-in-1 rush. Well, there are some very distinct differences between this one and the version for the NES or Famicom, if you prefer, because technically it was never released on the NES, so, take it for what it's worth. First of all, you may notice the flags are all just one color here. They're all green. And you may be saying, Brian, does that mean that the almighty rainbow flag of propellerness sticking out of my penguin's head is not going to be here? Sadly, that is the case. So you will not be able to go flying around, tooling around with a beanie on your head, laughing all the way. Ha 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 ha. Nope. So instead now the flags just serve one purpose like they did right from the get-go in the original version of this game. Points. Them and the fish are both worth 500 points here, which is a little more than the NES version, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure the points are, if they're the same, I'd be surprised. I think they're like 300 or something for the fish on the old one. I'm missing a lot of fish here. Holy God. My poor penguin, you must be starvalating. But perhaps the biggest difference to the gameplay is the fact that in this one you have a lot more distance to cover per level. Like this one on the Coleco was 1200, on the NES it was 900. But you get so much more time on this version that, it actually allows you to screw up quite a bit more and still make it because they gave you so much time. And also, I'm pretty suspicious the time counts down just a little bit quicker, a little bit slower on the Coleco, or you gain a little more distance per step, or just something in the timing is different. So you can make like a big comeback. If you screw up quite a bit, you can still finish a level in this, where the NES one, once you're a couple levels in, you get 3 or 4 like bad wipeouts, or like down a hole, or a couple wipeouts right in a row where you lose a lot of time. It's really tough to come back from that. You can't really make it up so easily, and that's just one of those unfortunate things in that version, whereas this one, they're a little more forgiving, and that's nice. And another thing you might notice is how smooth this one, oh God, how smooth this thing is when it moves. The Coleco version moves really well. You'd think the Famicom version, the NES version, came out later, so you'd think, wow, it would probably not be as smooth. But truth be told, this version is actually a little smoother. And another thing to take note of is the fact that the music is also, considering the limited capability of the Coleco, is on par or possibly even better than the NES version. But the NES was not known for its great sound capabilities. It can make very memorable music, but its actual sound capabilities were limited. So anyway, that level had 1,100 kilometers on the NES, where this one has 1,500. But look at all that time left. Damn! Good luck getting that much left on the NES version, I tell you. It's not going to happen. Alright, the next one is another 900 versus 1,200, based on the two versions. And something else you're going to note is that on this version, when you're trying to run against the curve like this, you tend to get pushed to the side a little more than the NES one. It makes it really tough to get out to the middle and stay there. And honestly, sometimes you don't want to be dealing with that on this version, because try to cut out, you'll keep running into seals. That'll happen at some point. I'll point it out when it happens. And you're better just to stick right to the side and just try to jump everything. See, like right now I'm okay because I'm in the middle, but if I was trying to come from the very right, I'd be running into potential seal issues. Give me that fish. And that fish. Sweet! That's 1,000 points. Right in a heartbeat. Alright. Come on. Oh. Come on. Yeah. Get it? Oh. But anyway. They're very, very similar, as you've no doubt guessed. But there's just such subtle differences. It's kind of fun to play both and figure out where the differences lie. Au français, le différence. Or something like that. I don't know. Some of you Frenchikins can definitely correct me on that. Alright, the fourth level. Another 11 versus 1,500 difference, but we have like 100 seconds, and I basically just face F that seal. Or is it a walrus? We had this discussion last time in the comments, and I didn't honestly know which it was. I like to say seals, but I don't know if they even have seals up that far north. I know, seal or north. Jesus, listen to me. Antarctica is in the south. Anyway, I don't know if they have seals there or not. Because I don't know if they have walruses or not. They look like seals to me. Maybe I was calling them walruses before, and that's just wrong of me completely. So let's just run past them. Oh, and speaking of running past, there's another difference I've noticed in my play time on the two, is that this version, oh, I'm really sucking at that. This version, you can kind of run past the holes a little better. Your movement left and right seems to be a little faster than the NES version, and I am really trying to screw this up. It's a little early to be getting this bad, to get this distracted. Oh my goodness, I can't seem to get that double jump done. There's another one. You can jump 2 of those chasms at a time in this version if you time it right. Whereas in the NES version, you can't really do that. It's not. It's difficult to do, and I'm not sure if it's honestly possible for the most part. Well, usually you got to try to jump them one at a time. Oh God, get away from him. Okay, good. Oh God. See, now we're just gonna stay right, because if any more seals show up, we want to be ready to jump them. And of course, now they're making a liar out of me not showing up on this stretch. All right, we have a straight. As soon as I come back to the middle game, really. And you see how much I screwed up, and I'm still gonna make it. Like, that's a little lucky. Lucky I'm playing this version. That is for certain. Certain or squirtin' or shirtin', I don't know. Anyway, stage 5, a 1200 versus 1700. So, but you get 120 seconds. So I mean, this is, you'd have to work awfully hard to screw this one up. Because it's only I remember the old rule was, if you can count on roughly 10 kilometers per second in the game, you're still looking, you only have to make up 500 with a good run. And that's not too hard to do with this much time. Of course, after I've said that now, I'm going to screw everything up here. Well, let's see, I've already made up 300 and I've lost like 20 seconds. So I've already, well, 25. So I've gained, oh my God, a little bit. But I'm really going out of my way to dissuade this. So how about I just let my playing do the talking for a second while I get this working. Apparently my playing doesn't talk any better than me. This is bad news freaking bears. There's the double jump I was talking about where you can get over the 2 of them in one hop. And a curve, you know, after the way I've played, I'm going to see, there you go, now they're showing it off for me. Wow, there's everything just kind of combined into one. And then I hopped in a freaking hole. See how much ground I made up though with that run? That was a very good run. Alright. Oh God, that just switched direction on me. That's not good at all. Oh yeah, in the Coleco version, another thing I've noticed is that it's a little more curvy, as in it'll whip back and forth a little faster than the NES version. I've got to hurry it up here now. Oh God. That one was unfair, game. I disagree that was... Oh, yes, that's where I should have just kept running straight on the curve. Anyway, I thought those were too close together. Like, that's kind of dickish, game. A little dickish. Like, look at this one. Throwing me left and right like it's nothing. Alright, good. Let's get out of the corner. Now that it's a straightaway finally, let's get out of the corner. Oh, I thought for sure I was going to wrap around that guy. But apparently not. Good. Still made it with plenty of time, like I said. Too much time, really. And for those of you who are wondering what that writing was in the 76-1 version, it says South Pole, as we get a penguin dance. Penguin dance. Gotta love penguin dances. Alright. So, another thing I didn't really make note of earlier was, but there's some levels that will have more fish and stuff flying at the start. And it'll be like no real enemies. They'll just give you a lot of fish at the start to try to run up your score. And really? I don't know why, but they tend to try to pick a lot of point-gaining stuff right at the start of levels. I gotta really hustle my ass here. And the difference is 9 and 1100 on this stage. So this is actually a stage that's closer to the Famicom difficulty. And the way I'm screwing everything up like this, it's not going to be too easy to make up if I keep it up. Wow, I got 2 fish in a row there. Of course, I'm doing dangerous stuff to try to get them. I'm not sure why I'd be doing that. Seems like a silly thing to do. It's only points. As we all know, points don't matter, except in Whose Line Is It Anyway? Then they matter a lot. Like, you can't play a game of that without trying to get points. Otherwise, what's the point? There is no point. And my point is that I've made up enough of a run, I'm going to be safe now. Ooh, one less flag? Oh. You get to the outside. Who is the country du jour today? USA! 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 Sounds good to me, baby. Stage 7. Another 9 versus 1200. As you see, it's 80 seconds, so, again, you'd say, well, that seems reasonable enough. Well, yes and no, because it is a little less time than we've been getting, and the distance is still equal to some of the early levels where we're getting all this time, so it can sneak up on you if you're not careful. Oh, really, game? Like, the seals seem to pop up a little faster in this version, I find. Especially, like, as soon as one hole is off with a seal, the next one pops up immediately. It seems like they don't even, like, they're like, oh no, that seal is just swimming around like crazy. He doesn't want to deal with your crap, you know? Freaking seal. Hey, no, don't bounce me out there, that's bad. Get away. Alright, throw into the outside again, that's fine. That's not so fine, though. That's not so fine at all, but we have made up a decent amount of ground. If we can keep up that pace we get going, we'll be fine. Alright, don't hit... Wow, that actually hit his hole and not the seal. I didn't even think that was possible, but there you go. I did it again. Freaking hell god, I have to say to that. Oh, cut it out. Cut it out. Quit screwing. Oh, I thought I was done. I thought I was done the straightaway there at the finish, but no, they extended it there. Dirty buggers. USA! 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 US. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Jingoism just bores me. Here's another one that's very close in distances. So they are starting to tighten things up on you in the Colecovision here. I'm trying to make it a little tougher on you. Hello, flags. Flaggy flues. Fliggity fliggity flag. And they're already curving us again. Just dirty, dirty buggers. That's okay, though. I'm okay with that. We're going to make it. We'll be fine. Have no fear. Wonder Dog is, in fact... Wonder Dog is jumping right into that guy. Perfect. Whoa! See, that's an example of being able to move sideways in a hurry. And some people were saying, how's the speed thing work? I guess I never explained that, so I guess I should talk about that. Well, all you do is you hold up to build... Oh, God. All you do is hold up to oh, God, and then you start screwing up ridiculous. You know, you hold up to build up your speed, and you have to hold it the whole time. And you really want to run full speed. It's very rare that you're going to want to apply the speed down. And in fact, I find it's just too difficult to do in level without screwing yourself up. That might have been a good spot to do it, though. Coming around a curb like that, it might be the best spot. And here we are crossing again. My God, game. Make up your mind. Oh no! Dancing around like a crazy man when the time's running out. Are you insane, Penguin? This next level's a 400 versus a 500, and it was a straight run on the old one with no seals. But on this one, I believe there's curves and there might even be seals. We'll see what happens though. Alright, that's a great start. You want to clear all those in a hurry without even facing anything. Now we may not get seals, we'll see. But you see how much more time you get? If you clear that first chunk, you're laughing. It's not even like a concern really. Even despite me trying to screw it up now. I mean, you'd have to really go out of your way to F this up. And, you know, I'm bouncing around like mad. I'm still going to make it. On the NES version, bounce once, maybe twice. Otherwise, you're done. The extra time is just too much for that one, so it loses its challenge. And bit to T for our Penguin, I guess. And finally, the last level. This one is crazy difference. 1600 on the NES, 2600 on this version. Oh, this is bad. I've got to... If you don't jump those very cleanly, then you're going to have that happen where you're just going to take a couple hits because it's too difficult to get them up and running the right way. If that's the case, that's the case. And that's, unfortunately, the case there as well. So we're going to make up 1,000 kilometers on that old 10 kilometers per second average that you can get and still, you know, the typical average most people can achieve in this game. And I'm not doing so hot at this. I've made up a bit of ground, but not a ton. I need more. I need more. Give me more, give me more, give me more. I'm not sure why I would sing that, but there you go. Holy... Yeah, this level's basically all curves. It's just going to chuck you back and forth. It's going to chuck you around like a rag doll. And so most of you are going to go, what's a rag doll? Well, that's what dolls used to be made out of before they made them out of other stuff. The more you know. Alright, which way are you going to chuck me now as I, you know, face F another seal and get double bounced? And miss the flag to boot. B-E-A-beautiful is all I can say to that. Screw you, seal. And I ain't talking about the singer. Oh, no, sir. There's no singing in my future. Whoa. Granted, that was damn close to singing in my future, but whatever. Alright, I expect a curve any second. They've given me way too big of a chunk of straight here. We gotta keep making up ground, though. Like, despite that good run, we're still up against it here pretty hard. Okay, that's fine. If it's going to bounce me clear of the holes, I can live with that. Wow. Don't put me in that freaking hole. Sounds like I'm talking to a Vietnamese guy who's got me in like a POW camp. Don't put me in the hole! And he'll put me in the hole because he's Vietnamese and they're inherently mean, apparently. That's what I have to base, off movies and stuff. Alright, I may not be making it to the end here. This has not been too smooth of an operation here lately. Well, that was closer than it needed to be. Of course, this whole game is too closer than it needs to be, or however that saying goes. I just want to get to the right game. Would you stop popping seals out at the worst time? That would be really, really helpful. Wow, I'm definitely not going to make it. I've got to pretty much not screw up again, so much for that point. Okay, I didn't know how I made it past him. Wow, 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 wow. Panic. There was no panic at all there. What are you talking about? Damn it. No, I'm not going to make it. Well, that's too bad, because if you do... Oh, goody. So they just did a triple switch there in the span of like 2 seconds. And unfortunately, I'm not going to make it. The last country is, in fact, Japan, and you get a penguin dance for doing Japan. Look at that. I made a nice run to make it almost respectable. But what can you do? Anyway, that's Antarctic Adventure on the Coleco. And it's a good version. It's just like the NES. They're different, but they're the same, and they're both awesome. So check them both out. I dares ya.